to the channel, guys. Farm Sim Snowy here. So in this video I'm going to talk you through how to use this cow barn with the feeding robot. It's a very advanced, cool bit of kit. It is a bit pricey though. So just to point out, I have done a separate video on a guide to cows, so feel free to go and check that out if you want a more in-depth video on cows and what to do, etc. I'll quickly show you this in the build mode to buy it if you want to. So if we go into our build mode menu, just zoom out a little bit, we need to go across to animals, click on that, come down to cows. We're already on there, and the feeding robot barn is right at the end there. So it's 722,500 to buy, so like I say, a bit pricey. If you want to place that down, I'll show you over here. Just click on it, zoom out. You can spin it round like so, and you can also, I don't know if you want to be able to see, you can change the colour of the building. You can just see on the right hand side the colour is changing, which is pretty cool. And then if you want to place it down, just press the X button for me and it will place it down. Obviously I've had to do a little bit of terrain in here because this area isn't completely flat. I placed one down earlier and there was big bumps everywhere, so I abandoned that idea. So what we've got is the barn, and basically what you need to do to use it is you need to fill up these bays. As you can see, I've got my field info on, so it's telling me what we've got in there. So we've got a bay for silage, we've got a bay for straw, you can just see the symbols, and then right at the end we've got a bay for hay. So you need to fill these up. You don't have to fill them up completely. I did have a bigger trailer when I first had a little experiment with this, and it stopped at 49,000 for the hay and straw, but I am a bit curious whether the silage takes more because it's a bigger bay, so I'm going to test that as well. As you can see, we've got 47,000 litres of hay. It should be 47 of straw. We've lost 1 litre of straw somewhere along the line, but nevertheless. So basically what you're going to do is fill these up, and obviously we need to buy some cows. You can fill those up before buying the cows. So I'll give you a quick show around the barn. So this is it if you're not aware. Like I say, there's a more in-depth video that I've done if you want to check it out. So you drive in through here and you can tip your straw for their bedding in here. You can also feed them yourself in here, this point, but if you've paid out all this money for a robot to do it, why would you want to do that? All the milk outputs up there and the slurry is over the other side. So if we come up, we're going to buy ourselves some cows. Just for the purpose of the video, I'm going to go for these brown Swiss ones. Doesn't really matter. We're going to completely max out this pen, so I can only put 60 in at a time. That's the most. Put 60 in, and then we'll put another 20 in, like so. So we now have 80 cows in there, ready to go. Very hungry. I've got a trailer full of silage. Now obviously it's up to you how you do your products here. It needs to be loose though, but there's all sorts of ways you can do it. You can break bales down. Now you can shred bales if you're not aware. If we go down into animals and get one of these guys, you can go up to bales with this switched on and it will shred it and put it in the back there, and that's how an easy way of getting a loose product. Or for the ease of this video, I've installed this Buy Anything silo, so I've just filled up my trailer from there with everything. Very handy having that coming out. So like I say, full trailer load of silage. I'm going to tip this in. I'm going to grab another load just to see whether the silage will take more than 49,000. Then you just back up. You should get your trigger come up like so. We'll tip that in, and you should be able to see the pile building up like that, which is pretty cool. Almost empty. And like I say, I'm going to go and grab another trailer load. Obviously it will take 2,000 more, but will it take more than that? That is what I'm interested in. I just suddenly thought of that when I was setting it all up, so just a bit curious. So what I'm going to do is fill this up. This fills up very quickly as well from here, so totally recommend this mod. It's pretty cheap for most things as well. 6,000 just over for 47,000 litres of silage. So hopefully this will take more than 2,000 litres. Just back in again until we get our trigger come up. Start overloading that. And yes, it is going to take more. I did think it would because the bay's bigger. How much more it will take? God, it's going to take all of that. Awesome. So I don't know the full capacity. Oh, trailer's not down properly. The full capacity of the silage, but that's looking like it's going to take quite a lot, because we've now got 94,000 in there. I'm not going to keep testing it. Right, next up, what we need, the cows are obviously ready to go. We've got those 3 ingredients, but what you need now is this symbol here is your mineral feed. If you don't know what I'm talking about, if you go into the shop and down to objects, across to pallets, right at the end we've got pallets of mineral feed, and it says at the top, can be added as part of your total mix ration TMR to feed your cows. Now if you're making TMR yourself, you don't need to use this mineral feed, but to use this cow barn with the robot feeder, you do need to put mineral feed in there. Now there's a couple of ways you can do that. You can buy the pallets from the store and you can bring them over with a pallet fork, like a telehandler, forklift, front loader. And as you pull up here, they will gradually disappear. You can load the pallets up onto a flatbed or bell loading wagon, strap them down, bring them over. As soon as you pull into here, they will start disappearing. Or if I run over to the store, I've got a tractor with a trailer on the back. I did have a couple of pallets there, and I've got a little bit of a pallet left there, but if we jump in the tractor, you can already see I've got 3,106 litres of mineral feed in this trailer. It will load up the trailers from the pallets like this. So if you look at the help menu on the left there, it says refill tipper. If I press L3 now for me, because I'm on PlayStation, that will now start filling up that tipper, and then once all the pallets are gone, bags are gone, that is it. It's got 3,150 now. And what is interesting is if we do go into the trailers, this is the guy that I've got. It doesn't show the mineral feed symbol down the bottom there, but it will take it, as I've just proven. So, just because it's easier, I'm going to do it this way. So if we drive over to the cow barn, into the mineral feed zone, like so. Now I need to change this because I'm on tip side back. Obviously if I did reverse up I could tip in from there, but if I change it to, there we go, tip side left, it now says start overloading mineral feed. That will tip in. Like so. Let's move this out of the way, because if you've got anything in the way, the robot will not come out. And basically it comes out from that shed all the way through here. You can kind of see where the path's marked out. It will go into this building. That will all open up automatically for you, and it will feed your cows. So that's all the ingredients done. If you come up, you can see we've got everything. We've only got 3,149. Again, we've lost a litre somewhere of mineral feed. but it doesn't take a lot of mineral feed. That is the good thing. And basically what this will do is this little crane here comes along, it comes down, it grabs a piece every time of each ingredient, puts it into the little bucket, comes along, grabs a piece back in there, and when it's got a full mix it will come out, go round. It doesn't hold a lot. I think it's something like 333 litres of TMR, which doesn't sound a lot at all, but basically all you have to do is fill it up like I have now and then sit back and relax. The robot will do it for you. It will never let your cows run out of TMR, obviously providing you've got all these ingredients topped up, so you will need to keep your eye on them. And what this does, the reason why it's not working now, is it works every hour on the hour. So what I'm going to do is skip forward until nearly midday, and then we'll see this in action. So I'll see you back here very shortly. Right, so we're almost at midday. Put it on times 10 so it doesn't go too quick. So any minute that screen will come down. Like so. Very exciting. You can't go in there when this is happening. So I'll grab some silage first. So put that on, that's worse, isn't it? Comes back, tips into the feeder, the mixer. Like I say, it doesn't do huge amounts, but it's enough to keep your cows happy. It will not let them run out as long as you've got all these ingredients topped up. So there's the straw going in. And then it will come back for some hay. It's almost like one of those grabbing machines in the amusements where you have to try and grab a cuddly toy. I can never win on them. Right, that should open up. Here we go. The robot comes out. It's a little bit of a drawn out process, but if you're not doing it yourself, it doesn't matter. See, that door is already open. And it'll go up there, right up to the end, turn round, and then start tipping out all the TMR into the trough. What is quite interesting is it hasn't actually tipped any food in yet, but if you look at the field info, 3 down from the top, it says food 333, so it is 333 litres at a time. So it's already telling us that it's in there, but the robot hasn't actually tipped it in yet, which is quite interesting. Should spin round now somewhere. There we go. And then there you go, starts tipping out your TMR. And we'll let him do his business, and then we'll check our cows are happy now. Look, check our animal information screen just to show you. That will stop. He goes back into his little home, and like I say, at 1 PM that will all happen again, that process, as long as you have got everything topped up. That is pretty much the cow barn with feeding robot. That all comes down. Oh, they're not going to shut that door. That's nice. Poor old cows are going to get cold. Right, let's just quickly check our animal menu, and as you can see, 333 litres of TMR, but that will keep them happy and that will keep them topped up. So I hope you have all enjoyed the video, and hopefully some of you have found it useful. If you have, please give us a like, and if you haven't subscribed yet, then please do. And don't forget to hit that notification bell so you don't miss any future videos of mine. I've been Farm Sim Snowy. Stay frosty.